Hello, everybody. We got our gang together here again. I am good. Grace, how are you? Baba B Jingle. Baba Burner. Yeah, let me join. How are you gonna join, Jay? So, how's trading going, everybody? Like, made some money today or what? Yeah, man, I'll have to check how to get that Discord shit connected with this thing, the live thing. Let me just see if I can get it going. I'll try it once. If it works, it works. Otherwise, we'll like just figure it out after the stream. Oh. We'll just figure it out later. I think I don't know how to do it. Yeah, I have no clue, man. It's Rippy mode or Dippy mode. Like I almost got fucked in the morning. Uh, I was long. I shorted like 45-16. I was pretty happy. It was I think settled from yesterday, and yeah, it was good for like 5 points. I made a quick five, and it went to 20. I didn't touch it, but when it came all the way back, like I don't know. I have I don't know what some mental issues that I have to fucking always mean revert and fade the whatever trend we are in. Like I have such a bad problem of always going against the grain. I bought it and then I didn't put a stop. I didn't have any bracket orders set, and I was like, since I traded last night, I thought it'll be fine. And because like 4506 was the point of control, we haven't visited that in the RTH session. But it wasn't fine, and I got fucked. And we were at 44.92. Like they didn't had to stop there. Like, and I didn't have any stops or anything. I would have been like, really, really like screwed. Like if we had like kept selling, but like they came back. I was able to get that out at 45.05. So that was all fine. Are we long or short? How many trades did I take today? Let's see if I can show like this chart right here. I just like made this one like for today's session. Like it's a 1 minute. It has the VWAP right here, and the volume profile is just for the bars that are visible. So this shows. So I netted about like 16 points today. So pretty happy with that. That includes like points from overnight as well, and today's session. I almost like screwed it up. Like it went to zero and a little bit negative, but I came back. So no, market let me off, but it may not next time. Uh, I'm using Sierra chart. Line in the sand 17. You know, when like the people who were here yesterday, while we were trading the close yesterday, so I was talking about like a lot of orders coming near 45-20 area. 45-16 to 20 area had a lot of bid. So once we lost it, we closed below, and overnight we traded below it. So that was kind of a key pivot for me today in the session. And look where the rally stopped. So these are the kind of things I look for. So from yesterday, I carried over 45-20 because I know there was a lot of bid. And then when the market came back up there, and then you start seeing offers on the order book near that level. So you see like people are interested in selling that, and that's a kind of a confirmation. You have to jump in a little bit, but like seeing all those kind of things together, like there is a trade there. So I didn't take the short at 20. I took the short at 1650, which was the settlement from yesterday. So I took 5 points from there. I should have taken the short, but like I was so happy with those 5 points, I was like, fuck it, I don't care. And then I bought like 45.10 and then it was fucked. Yeah, today I won't be trading that much. I'll be just watching it and chatting with you guys. Yesterday I could not, do two things side by side. So that's why I screwed up my shot and went long for no reason. Yeah, I mean, I did lose yesterday something, but like overall I was green before the session. Like, so I was up like 5 points throughout the day. So the loss didn't matter that much. But like on those four micros I had, I suffered almost like, I don't know, 5.5, 6 points. So that was almost like 2.5, 3 points CS equivalent. I'm addicted to buying dips. Yeah, man, it always feels like that way when we are like in these kind of zones. Like, market is stalling here, but like it's your first, instinct that it always goes up back again, that you want to buy, and then you buy it and you get like screwed over, because like when sell comes, like it comes like 2 or 3 days and we are down like 100 points, and then that recovers and we add another 50 points on top of it in the next week or so. It's been crazy. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy here being too, like yesterday I just tested it out and we had a little fun. Like, I got a good, like we had like a lot of people yesterday, like who came in here. I was pretty pumped after the stream was over. So yeah, I appreciate every one of you, those who guys take the time out and come here. Yeah, this 4510 area, like since the morning, that has been like trouble for the longs to clear. Like it has tried like, I don't know, like three, 4 times to get there, but like it hasn't been able to, get there. So we've had like multiple attempts right here. If we see, this was an attempt to take it out, they could not take it out. Came back, just some absorption here, but like still again couldn't take it out. So it's just balancing in that area. Like people are trapped, like the shorts, like underneath 4500. Like, if I'm looking at the 30-minute chart, here, so right here, like we haven't had really like just closed a little bit below 4500, not that much. So this is all like either people trapped. So, and it's been just bouncing over that balance area that we have. You see these wicks, 4504. So right here, so this is where this candle's low just came, touched it, and they rotated back up. So yeah, I mean, if the market has to go up like 4510, like even yesterday, like overnight when I was watching, I woke up in the middle of the night, and uh, the funny thing is, like when I saw the level on my computer, like it was 4510 at London, and I was like, fuck, like something's happening here. I was interested. I was like, maybe I'll just do a quick um, long scalp. Um, and from the moment like I saw the level on my phone to the time I logged in into my computer, it dripped down another like 8 or 9 points. So I was like, oh god, like this wouldn't have been a quick scalp. Like I got saved by that. So it's another thing I was thinking in the morning. I was like, so whatever level like you're really interested in, you should always like lean back 7, 8, 9 points if you want to scalp for like 2 points, because like momentum sometimes, especially during the London Open, it's too strong. uh, and yeah, I mean, you may buy a good level, but like that level doesn't have to come back till the next day open or something like that. And sometimes like you just think a couple of times, if the level comes back, it has to come back, but it doesn't then, and then you're screwed. Like if you have like a big stop. So yeah, man, like subscriber count really picked up yesterday. Like thanks to all of you guys, like Jay, Fader, everybody who retweeted, right? And everybody who's here. Yeah, overnight session was good. Like that was an easy long, like 44.98. If people who watch order flow, like you can really see like that 4500, even 4510 and like 3000 contracts traded to get through it, and London did that. Same thing with 4500, like there was I believe around 4000 contracts, iceberg algo kind of there as well. And whenever you see that kind of bid, you are kind of interested like how it's gonna go, like do they really have it in them to break it and start building below. But the first instinct is always, don't fight it. Somebody has put 4000 contracts and there is another 3000 at 4510. It doesn't look like it's going to go down that easy. And given the fact we had like good support at 4492, like today's bottom, this is another previous area of interest as well. It was good support, and then 4484 is rock hard. Like you cannot go through that easily unless there is something like a, I don't know, some news driven stuff. And even if that happens, it's gonna bounce back pretty hard. So I knew like the structure was fine for me to long 4498. So I did scalp like 2 3 4 points, and then when it came back, I just held 45, made about like 10 points overnight, and added another six and a quarter in the RTH session. No, I haven't used MetaTrader. UC4495 trading today. Like I haven't really like looked at it properly, but when I see like stuff like this, like 4492 is a good level. It bounced. Hardly any volume traded there. And then we made like poor lows at E and F period. If you watch market profile. And we kind of, broke out of that 3 bar balance to the upside. And we are balancing on the side now. So it'll be really hard to, just go back down again. I mean, looks like we'll just fill out this area. This 4500 to 4510 area till the close, and maybe it's possible like 4495 in the last hour or something. We can probably go there. I'm not saying that it cannot happen. Especially like I have been bearish since uh 45 35, that level, like so much consolidation over in that zone. And the market just, couldn't go higher, couldn't bid. Like it's just like feels tired, and like if they wanted to take it higher, they would have. They had the chance on the jobs report and stuff, but like everybody's like now started after the jobs report. People are like, yeah, the Fed doesn't have to raise rates or even taper. That puts it off. And since then, the yields have been rising and stuff. So market always does like whatever you expect them to do, exact opposite. So right now people are like, oh, they can't taper and yields can't go higher, and that's exactly what will do. What will happen. So I think Jimmy Jude, he put it out there that it is possible, like that Fed actually discusses taper in the next meeting, even though the jobs report was shit. So yeah, you can't really predict what's gonna happen, but like, but if it was really bullish, they would have taken 45 50 out, but they haven't. Like, and we're like 50 points lower now, 40 to 50 points, and we probed 4492 here. So let's see like where we go next from here. Yeah, I'm chilling right now to trade. I have micros if I like want to really trade the close or something. I don't want to lose the points I made overnight and during the morning session. This is me right now. Total chill. Yeah, man, the panda, like I don't know, it's been with me for a long time. I don't know, like uh from one of the Happy Meals or stuff where I got it from, but like yeah, I really like it, so I just put it on my desk, and since then I haven't had a losing day. Pretty happy. Mainly ES or MES. Like I usually trade the ES. Like MES I don't trade that much, but since I wanted to, start streaming and something, and yesterday when I tried it, like it's really hard to focus. Like uh, if I'm trading and streaming at the same time, looking at the chat, it's not that easy. So that's why I, just like I said, like if I have to trade, I'll trade the MES, the micros. Uh, but yeah, I trade both, but mainly ES. Rarely I would trade. Like if the volatility is too much, or I want to trade um, the ES and NQ and crude sometimes together. That gets a lot. So even today, when we were at the lows, I bought the NQ at like 548. I couldn't keep it because I know like the kind of beast NQ is to the upside and the downside. Like if like 44.92 goes and the lows on the NQ breaks, it could get really bad really fast because yeah, the sell is like don't want to be long when there is like selling like that. So today we kind of got a baby sell, but probably it's coming. Like we I don't see like the market going up and up and up and all the time. So probably we sell is due like 44.55, 44.65, something like that. Yeah, I'm glad like whoever enjoyed the stream, like we had some it's just you know a dude with the mic thinking out loud. So don't have anything planned. I don't like have any content or something like that. It's just spontaneous stuff. Yeah, yeah, Timo. It is boring trading alone for sure, for sure. And especially if you're losing money, that shit sucks. Look at the boner we have right here, like this 1 minute candle. Boom, like number of times it has touched. Let's see if it can take out 12. So this green line right here, that's the opening range high, the 5 minute opening range high. So if you're looking back, it went a little higher. Let's see if it out. It's still kind of balancing between yesterday's settle and today's low. Like we still haven't decided if we really want to get back in last week's value area. Like yesterday when we lost that balance area to the low side, like 45.24. Yeah, that's why I got bearish. I was like, yeah, if you have a 4 or 5 day balance and market starts knocking on the lower side of the value area of the balance, there's very high risk that market is going to go down. So you don't want to be long that, because that's a very bad location. You can get trapped. But right now, like nobody cares. Like everybody, like, it's just a rotational market. It doesn't feel like big money is here selling or any kind of big volatility. There's another pop right here. So we've taken the 5 minute high. So yeah, next area would be try to get over the settle. Yesterday, I believe it was 1650. If you can get that, and then it's the highs 20. Just looking at the volume. Yeah, I mean, if somebody wanted to take a short scalp, this probably might not be bad area to do so. Wait, yeah, I wouldn't really bother here. Either the long side or the short side. Like really good spot to be long was that like 92 was amazing. Like people who had the patience to wait for below 95 and they actually bought it. Wow, that was an amazing level to buy. You definitely got a bounce from 98 wasn't bad, 96 wasn't bad, but yeah, that 96 to 4500 area, that's good support. About 92, yeah, that guy. LP Ton 6969. Yeah, yeah, dude, you always buy the tops and bottoms. I don't know how. Pretty good, pretty good. I am well, 3B. How are you? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit slow. I can't keep up with the chat that much, so I've missed somebody's chat. Apologies for that. Let me just look up the chat if I miss some questions. I think I answered which course. Jingle, do you have a course or would like to learn? Yeah, man, I'm gonna make a course especially for you, like probably like $50,000. Yeah, it'll be one on one, like 5 minutes every day for like 5 days. It's worth the money. Thanks for live stream again. Happy to be here, man. Uh, if bulls regain high value node above 4520, rally has legs. Yeah, I mean, if it can convincingly get back above uh, that area, like the value area low, and starts to hold, yeah, it's gonna try and go to at least 40, and then we'll see what how aggressive the sellers are and how much they want to hold it. But right now, like we just have to go by what's in front of us, and right now all signs point like the trend is down overall. I mean, we did hold a good level, 44.92, but still, like if you're looking at how things are, like 5 to 10 days of trading, like we are building value lower and lower. So today's close will be interesting. Like how do we close and yeah, heading back to 27. I don't know, like if it can really go that far. Like today's range is good. I think it's just gonna consolidate here. It'll be interesting if they close below 45.05 or above it, 45.06. That would be something I'll watch. Like that's kind of in the middle zone of where we have traded today. Opening range low, prominent point of control from like Jay Powell's uh, dovish speech. So that will be kind of where I'll see like how we close, above it, below it. Larry, we short this upward distribution test to the low of the day jingle. Yeah, I mean, I can see like how that would be a valid trade. NQ is already selling off. 630. Let it go. 625 to 610. 606. I think the stream went off a little bit. Something with the connection. What do we have here? Sell limit. Take the trade. We have one short right now, one micro. Too short. If I'm looking for like where I'll be wrong in a trade, like if that little high right here at 14 is taken out, I'll be concerned. 16, yeah, 16 I'll probably exit. There would be the stop B. Yeah, I'll just donate an extra point to the market. It has been kind to me today. So what am I risking? Like 6.5 points. That's like $65. Yeah, 2 micro. That's fine. Hey, you can fade me actually. Like yesterday, fading me worked out pretty well. So let's see if like I get screwed over today as well. No, I don't trade Bitcoin, man. Time frame on the Sierra chart. So Sierra, like the chart I have right here. So this right here is a 30-minute on the left, or 1 minute on the right. It's a 1 minute chart. Just shrink it. Yeah, I just went short. 45, 10, and 50. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna work because NQ shows accumulation here. So does ES. Hmm. I have no idea about GME, man. I don't trade stock. Market's like rotating again up. There was kind of like a bigger volume in NQ near the lows. Like where did it go? 603. You have a very good mic jingle. Yeah, man. This is the Blue Yeti. Like I bought it like a couple months ago when I like had the idea that I may stream one day. But I didn't have the microphone stand and stuff, so I just like decided to buy it this weekend, and I was like, okay, let's just give it a try. I'm gonna rock it into Tuesday. No idea, man. Like I don't have idea how we're gonna close today, to be honest. What caused the spike? Short sellers. They get trapped and then they get fucked. Always. Like there's a little bid um, at 09, the ES like 456. That's like putting a stop to the market to the downside. Let's see if they test it, they try to, hit him and fill him. Right now, like it looks like it's going up. So NQ, yeah. NQ has a little bit of sell interest here. Yeah, I'll probably close my short if NQ goes back above 625. Just hit flat. Okay. But right now, like it looks so. Do people here use market profile or is just charts? How much did you make today, Dick? Ask Dick, man. Like I made 16 points today. Well, pretty happy. It started faded again. So you see, it kind of tried to go above the 5 minute opening range high. They sold off and then they tested again and it's selling off again. So shorts look fine here. VWAP at 4507. We're looking at this chart. We went right to the second standard deviation, bounced off it. Yeah, man, Jingle in the flash. Market profile and volume profile. Yeah, so looking at the market profile, this is the profile I normally use for trading. So this is right here the overnight session, and this, you know, magenta pink line, that's the point of control. And this right here is the point of control of the RTH session we had yesterday. So it was right at 20. Like we're, really volume absorption came in yesterday. So as you can see, like it just like the B period high was right at the point of control and it sold off. It like stopped right here, 44.92. Yeah, Flurry V, that's a good trade. That's working. Like I wouldn't have taken that shot personally. Like, so let's see if it can work. Again, I normally look for a lot of volume in this area, like near the tops. It didn't have that kind of spiky look. It did have on the NQ, not even on the NQ, but yeah, yeah, there is some sell pressure here for sure. 09 gets taken out, we probably test the 04 or 05 area again and see if we can break that and go back to the lower distribution. Like the point of control is at the 4500 area, so I wouldn't be surprised if we closed exactly near that. Yeah, but at this time it looks difficult if it's gonna cross above yesterday, settle today, 45.16, and be green on the day. But still a lot of time left. So yeah, so talking about the market profile I have, so uh, the point of control we rejected right from that 20 level, and this 27 right here, that's the point of control for the rolling 7 days we have. So we are below that. That's kind of bearish. Let's see if it gets to there and start building above. Then that will be a sign to flip long. And if you don't want to flip long, just watch. Don't be short, because this is the thing I learned. Like whatever like screws us the most is our bias. Like if we just like focus on staying on the right side of volume, we probably are fine. But like it's just like You have just one scenario in our head, long or short, and the market does exactly opposite. We get screwed. Yeah, so the biggest thing, is your trading is just be prepared for the exactly opposite scenario what you're doing or thinking about, because somehow that usually happens. Like nobody expected us to be at 4500, 4550, but here we are. Like it's crazy. And once we start selling off like key levels to the downside, same things. Like the markets always goes higher than people expect and go lower than people expect. Yeah, bulls are not really ready to give the fight. It's just kind of, the time of the day right now we have, and since we didn't completely shit the bed, so everybody's like, oh, it's fine. You just probably buy here. No, it doesn't, it's not really going below 45 or 6. So that's a positive for the bulls. Solution is to fade your bias. Yeah, pretty much. Like, it has happened so many times. Like I was like, why just don't I do it? Like whatever, if I don't want to put a stop and I always want to have a position, just have a double stop on the other side. So if I'm wrong, I get stopped out and I'll probably go on the right side of the market. And you're always feeling, oh no, 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 this is too high, this is too low. It doesn't matter what we think is high, too low. We don't have a fucking clue what's going on. Yeah, but that 45.10, 45.15. So market is selling this. It's getting difficulty bidding above 45.10. Like only the F period, only one bar of these 30 minutes, like just poked that 45.10 level. So we don't have anything much traded up there. Yeah, so no really, no real reason to go bullish here. Yeah, I use the market profile for structure too. Just like key levels, give me a broader view of the market, like last 5 to 7 days, with a weekly profile and a monthly profile. Yeah, I pretty much know like how the structure is looking and where not to be long or short. Even though I do exactly the opposite, but I pretty much when I tweet out my levels, those are like I was like, fuck, why didn't I just like do what my plan was? And it's so difficult to just execute your own plan. It looks easy, but like it's not. Like there's no way to really know if a level's gonna hold or it's gonna go. Like, you're really betting at that point, trying to look at 5 things on order flow. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Like yesterday, I was looking at 20. Like there was a lot of absorption there, but here's the point: you never know. Like person who's selling, what his intentions are, and how much he has more to sell, and who will be right. So all you know is that area had a lot of volume. So somebody is going to be right bigly and somebody's going to be wrong bigly. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of that number. That's how I look at it. It's impossible to know like who's right, the seller or the buyer, like where we stand. Like like even yesterday, like we got a like good 5 point sell off from 20, but those are like really fast trades. Like when you see a big bid, you just buy with him and put like a 2 3 tick stops there, and if it sticks, it sticks, and if it doesn't, you get stopped out. But that's minimal risk. But if you keep doing it over and over again, you'll have those trades where you risk those 2 ticks and it gives you 10 points or 6 points. So that's how I look at it. Yeah, don't preempt, wait for the market to break. But here's the point: once the market does break, I mean, there'd been so much time, like it would just like come back in the area. you would think it's a retest, and then it will enter back. So you'll have to be careful there too as well. So nothing is like foolproof. Like trading is just execution. Like all your levels and stuff. Like every trader who trades for a living, they know the levels, they know the structure. Yeah, you may know like one or two little fine nuances more than them, but overall talking, pretty much. Like people who don't have a clue, like they don't have money as well to move the market that much, I believe. So yeah, the real edge is the execution. Like real time knowing if the level is gonna hold or not. Like when we were at 44.92, I mean, how many of you really wanted to buy it? You pretty much belong from 45.06 or 45.10 or 4500. Now you're suffering an 8-9 point drawdown, and yeah, which zone enjoyed trading the most last few months? 4,000, 3,809. Yeah, man. When the market was trading like below 4,000, 37, 3,800, I was kind of really new. Like I'm still very new, but I didn't have a lot of experience, so I had a shit ton of bias. It was only short side, and I was basically breaking even or just blowing up accounts. Didn't make any money. And even now, like I try to find consistency. I would have very good reads on the market, like day in day out, and I would just not hold my winners. And and after like 8 or 9 times when I'm right on every turn, and I'm like get the feeling that I'm not making money, I would put a trade, and I'll be caught wrong side somehow, and I would just hold that thing forever, and it'll wipe out like 3 or 4 my winners, and then you start chasing stuff. So that has happened to me a lot. So that's what I try to avoid now. Whenever I try to enter a trade, I don't go in with too much expectation, knowing that it can be right or it doesn't have to be right. But yeah, your job is to just see level, have your plan, whatever you think, and when you think something lines up, you just take the trade. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, you have to take the loss. That's business. Is tomorrow turnaround Thursday? No clue, no clue. But yeah, like NQ did go quite low. Like it's it's kind of back in with the value area low. So a value area low right now for the last 7 days rolling is about near 600. So if we close near above 600 and overnight it tries to go up, I'm pretty sure like it has it can take out 700 now. Like if it goes to the other side. Like I wouldn't be shorting 700 again. That's the thing. Looking at the structure or NQ, the next level, like if this zone breaks, would be like the 400, 430, somewhere near that. I mean, there's plenty of room to expect a pullback. We haven't had a decent pullback since forever. Do you recommend Pfizer? Najab? No clue, man. No jab is the best option. It's up to you, man. I have no clue about vaccines or any advice. I feel like I want to just cut the trade here. Let's just keep it on. I have nothing to lose. Not much. Contact Sam to learn about SPX. I don't know, man, how he does it. Like every time he goes repeat, the market just like sells off 40, 50 handles. Like happens more often than not. Like you don't need any indicator. You just like listen to his tweets and just fade that. Probably that's a big edge. So I've really enjoyed trading above 40 to 80. Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to short that. So above 40 to 80, I was like, the same shit happened at 30 to 80 above. The market crosses these key zones, and wherever these big orders are, and once it gets to the other side, goodbye. Like people stuck below, they probably don't get a chance to break even like 20, 30 days sometimes more. Like those dudes like under 4,000. Oh my god. Like the yeah, I mean, you were like, how's the market so high? But like, if you just like looked at the volume data and you were like, okay, we have like 6, 7 weeks of consolidation, and the market has decided to, break out. So you just go with it. Like, that's the biggest challenge, like, in the beginning that we have. Like, we always have a bias what's high, what's too low. Always happens. Everybody has it. But yeah, like, if you can just like close your eyes and follow volume, you'll do pretty well. What was your best day? Night or TH? How many? Like my best day, like in terms of like I don't swing trade, I just do intraday. So it was like 40 points, something. Yeah, and it was on the bigger contracts too, so I was pretty happy. What would you do to be mentally tough? Losses take a lot of mental. Yeah, man, like mentally, this game is tough. It is. There's no way around it. Like the best thing you can do is just be prepared for anything. Like that's why I don't, like when I started trading, I tried to really like look at multiple things. Like every, you think you're gonna, if you spend more time or do more research or analysis, it's gonna be good for you. But in trading, I didn't find that really works for you. It just makes you think like, oh, you put so much time in, that means you have to be right. So that's why I put very little time into my analysis, probably 10 minutes at the end of the day. I probably know on the top of my head where like big volume really transacted, and then try to stay on the right side of these levels. But yeah, like your hard work in trading doesn't really work out as profits. So I mean, you have to disconnect, you have to chill out. That's what's really working for me right now. Like every day after the session, I just shut it off. I don't think about it. At night, I would really like yesterday was the only day I really checked midnight like what's going on, but I would just wait for the open, see whatever the levels are, and then trade. Like I've just accepted the fact I'm not gonna get capture the full range of the market or 50% whatever how many ever point it moves. So once you just decide that your job is to just to try to take trades on minimum risk against a good level for like 4 or 5 points or how many ever points you're going for, the smaller points you're going for, the easier it's going to be able to get, like to be able to get like 10 ticks, 3 ticks on 20 lots is going to be much easier than looking for 6 points every day. So all those things matter, but it's just even right now, like it's just about knowing where you are, like depending upon how much experience you have, these things take time. Like even now, like I'm more like I just want to stay in the game, I don't want to fuck it up again, that kind of stuff. So and try to keep taking trades, the good trades. I mean, like where your edge is, whatever your market profile, your volume point of control, whatever way you look at the profile, like whatever you think has this just statistically uh statistical probability is in your favor, you just take those setups and you take them over and over again. It's more like you know like sports, the same thing. Like if it's a soccer player, right? uh, Goal scorer, anybody, like they get a chance, they miss it, they probably feel like shit, but like they get a second chance to score. Like The mentally tough people, they forget about the first one and they put the second chance away. So that's it with trading. Like you have to, know, put away your the fear that you have, that you know, maybe thinking about the trade you had yesterday or the week before. Maybe you had a terrible week before, but that has nothing to do with right now. Absolutely nothing. So that's the hard part. But like even to me, that happens a lot. Like once you get screwed by the markets, you have like big losses. That kind of gets into you. That makes you, you know, not think properly, objectively. But I mean, that's what I try to do. Like small wins now, just try to be positive. No, even break even week is fine. Just we have one job, and that is not to get fucked up. Like just avoid big losses, and we are the only ones that invite big losses. And what says hello? Hello, Mr. Watt. Yeah, he blocked me, man. I don't know why. It was weird. I don't even know what I did. Looking at the market here, it's still balancing same zone. Could is not able to get above 14, the 5 minute opening range high, and we have the settle above directly to 16. So shorts are just leaning on that and then pressing the short button again and again. Yeah, but if it starts breaking out again, yeah, we're probably gonna take out the highs as well. Right now, like we've just like 90 minutes, less than 90 minutes left, and looking at the big picture, we are kind of pretty below. Like it's still very bearish. I just trade intraday, man. I don't swing trade or something. Like that probably I'll do sometimes later, but right now it's just focusing on one thing. Like if I try to do too many things at a time, I probably end up fucking it all up. Like even with streaming right now, talking, like I'm not able to focus properly on my setup right here. So that's why I stream today, because I know like have met my goal, so I don't have any need to trade. Just put on these pro contracts on. If they make me money, they make me money. If they don't, it's a small loss. I'm okay with that. I missed it earlier. So I was using Motive Wave earlier, so that's where my main setup is. But like I just moved to Sierra Chart like 2 days ago, so I'm still on the way of setting it up. Like platform doesn't matter much. Like they're all good platforms. Uh, it's just like how you want to trade. What information do you want to look at? Like I did use the Jigsaw Dome too, so that's a good depth of market. But you know what? Like once you start focusing on those things, like order flow is the last thing that you should be focusing on. It's the smallest thing, smallest component. It's the last part. I'm not saying it's not important, but it's just for the confirmation, and the confirmation will come through your structure and you know trying to get inside other traders head, like what they're trying to do, what's happening here. There was volume here, so what has the market done, what it where it went, why it reversed. So these are all questions that I try to ask. So did it reverse at a key level? Yeah, probably. Like I want to then take the other side. Did it just stop intraday somewhere? There's nothing. I probably don't want to trade. I don't want to trade for a reversal there. No, man, I'm not in university. I thought you used Dome. I mean, I do have a depth of market set up on my other. So the stream I'm doing right now, it's on the other monitor. I cannot put my stream, which I'm looking at right now, the things I watch. onto the stream because those monitors are 4K, and I cannot really stream 4K uh, because I don't. My processor and graphic card is just not powerful enough to do that. So that's why I just like bought a like small monitor, and I was like just like put something up there and just you know it's more about thinking out loud and interacting with other people to see what I'm seeing and talk about what they are seeing. So Flurry V gave me a good trade. I wouldn't have taken that, to be honest. It looks fine. Like it's giving like what 2.5 points, 2 points. But there are two contracts. Let me try to answer more questions. Do you trade inside intraday value area? It depends. Like I'm not totally against like trading inside or outside the value area. Like like the opportunity is when we are outside the value area. But if I see lots and lots of volume coming in some place, and whatever my bias is, I would take a trade, long or short, depending upon how the structure and the other things are. So with the trading, it's like you have to look at a lot of things. Like the last 2 3 days are the most important. Last 1 week is pretty much all I need to look for to put on a trade. If I'm looking for 2 3 4 5 points or something like that, I don't need to look at like what happened last month. That's not important. But since I believe 2 3 weeks ago, I started scanning other markets too. So now with ES, I'm watching NQ and crude oil too. Initially, it's a little bit overwhelming, but the good thing I like about doing that is like NQ and ES are obviously very very closely related. So because they share the components among them, so kind of what if tech is strong or weak. And are they both confirming the direction, or are they just chopping around? So with crude, like I don't know like how the market is or fundamentals, or even with the stock market, like I don't think anybody knows fundamentals. The traders, we actually trade, and markets rarely follow fundamentals in the short term. Our time frame is like 1 or 2 days. But the good part is when we see levels in another market, like for example crude, if it's against a weekly level, monthly level, yeah, why not? And you see something on the order flow that kind of confirms resistance and support. Yeah, I would join the trade. It gives you options rather than just forcing trades one side. Yeah, they're not ready to give up either side. Yeah, on the 1 minute we can see it'll just like kind of grind down and spike up, grind down and spike up. We have 100 people in here. Thank you everyone for coming in. Okay, let's go over some more questions. Can you explain SPL or XPX? I have no clue, man. We have like contracts every quarter and we have to roll that shit. I just know it fucks up my levels all the time. Like I don't know how I roll or whatever. But I hate trading the week of the roll. Like the one before that and the one after that. And after a week has been traded after the roll, I'm kind of fine. Yeah, you can use a dome or a footprint. Like all you're looking at is the actual quantity that's traded. Like looking at all the limit orders is just stupid. Don't need to do that. You just need to look at the anomalies. Like where are those big lots? Depth of market just kind of is how would I explain it? It would be like intention of the participants, where they want to buy and sell, and when the market actually goes there, do they actually buy and sell? and how the market behaves after that. So that's what's important and using the depth of the market. So depending upon what the market is, you want to scan like different kind of lot size, like ES, like I would scan like 500-600 lots. Where are they? So I know where support and resistance is. With crude, it'll be like, I don't know, 100 lots. NQ 60 lots. You just keep an eye out on the anomalies. Cheeto has nice heads. Yeah, man, Cheeto Hunter, he's a good friend. Like I've learned a lot from him. Like he has these nice tricks and tips. Like and the best thing is like that dude is open to everybody. Like you can just throw in a DM and he'll help you out. Like, I haven't met too many people who do that. Like people who don't know you, you just ask them a question and yeah, I just like called him the first time. Like I sent him a DM and he we talked like couple hours and that was a great conversation. How many times did I blow my account? I lost count, man. Like how many times I really did. Uh, I really fucked up badly like last year, like near the election. Like I was so tired from trading. I wasn't even trading. Like I was just trying to break even, and that's the worst thing that you can do while investing or trading. Just yeah, don't trade or don't invest if you all you want to do is break even. Like that's that fucks you up. But yeah, trading I've tried like yeah I've been quite determined. Like I've lost hope a lot of time. Like like it's very hard to answer for me if like I can consistently do it. There's always this fear, especially once you get scarred from the market. Like have these big losses and you blow your account. Like these things like kind of get in your psyche. These are hard to get rid of until you have those profitable months, quarters back to back. You know, and it's really more about the discipline as much as it's about the knowledge. Everybody can spot levels, very few can trade them, and very few can keep the money that they make, because market's always on the lookout to screw you. There's always an event, always a black swan, like especially if you're trading like long career. Like every year there's kind of like a, I don't know, 5 6 4 5% sells or something like that. Something catches you off guard, and if you're at the wrong place wrong time, you're over levered and you freeze, you're gonna screw it up. So you have to be on the guard like all the time. That's the hard thing. But yeah, it's just about trusting yourself. Once you once you know that, how fucking why I wanted to trade. One of the reason was it's not money. Like if I wanted to make money, money hasn't been like the only motivation. Like yeah, I mean long term scale of money is lucrative if you can do it, but it's been most about earning your own trust. Like not being a hypocrite, not being greedy, being objective. These are all the skills that you need when you need to trade. You can't lie to yourself. When you go to a job or whatever bullshit job you're doing or amazing job you're doing, we don't even realize how much shit, hypocrisy stuff we get away with. But once you get into trading, you're like, fuck that. I really have issues. And it's all about getting solving those issues. Everybody's different. Like I'm like why don't I take the loss? Why don't I have a stop? Why didn't I just stop and buy back lower? Why didn't I have to stop and sell higher? And it's just about winning. I always like to win. I can't accept losses. That's what I have been since my childhood. Always loved winning. It's kind of ego. It's lack of courage to take a loss. So these are the things like that I really need to work on. Like it's okay to fuck up a trade, but it's not okay to fucking fuck up the last 10 trades you had. Yeah, it's selling off like Larry V on the money, eh? Awesome. Yeah, I'm just like more like sharing like my experience with trading rather than just what's happening today. Because we know what's happening today, it's like kind of fucking middle of nowhere. Uh, just balancing here. Neither we have like gone to the point of control or just taken out the highs or even got back above the settlement yesterday. So it's just chopping around. Nobody has a clue. Sanu has some wisdom for us. Trade level to level. Listen to some kind of music. Keep focused. Don't let the mind bring emotions. Yeah, man, emotions are there. Like you have to control them. But once you know you have emotions, you're screwing it up. You can walk away. Like that's what I do now. Like once I know, like in the morning, like I almost fucked it up, and then I came back. Then I was like, okay, I don't have to trade today. You know what? I made my money. That's okay. It's always another day. And there's more. You know, it's easier to trade another day, another point of control, another high volume, low volume nodes than the same area. Okay, let's see some more questions. Yeah, man, I lost count how much I blow up, but like 4 5 maybe. Yeah, yeah, it sucked almost all the time. Yeah, just take the stop. Just have a stop, man. Have a stop for the day. Jingle, you were supposed to short NQ. Fuck. Yeah, I mean, like we've done like shorted two contracts, and after paying the commissions, we have like $10. That's fine though. Larry is the NQ guy. Yeah, man. Yes, I can't blame you. Jingle, you don't sound like somebody who's done a year. Sound like a veteran. 10 years. Like time alone doesn't do anything. It's just how much you put into it, how much you want to learn. Like you can easily you know grow your knowledge in 2 years to somebody who's been doing it for 5 7 years. So time alone is nothing, but experience part is important always, especially like in this game. And you see so many things happening, so many markets, so many different macro things, and how they affect it. That thing does affect it. Yeah, screen time, momentum, tempo. These things are far more important than just looking at the limit orders on DOM. Like my initial few months, like I just looked at like the limit orders on DOM and I was like, screw it. Like, and recently when I stopped looking, I was like, fuck, life is easier now. Yeah, market depth is important, but you just need to look for anomalies. That's it. Yeah, I need to get the time frame thing on here. Let's just shrink it down. Mm. So yeah, I think now you can see like once 1 minute chart and a 30-minute chart. Like people who are coming late, like what chart we're looking at. Sorry for that. Yeah, it's still like absorbing here near the 09 or 10 area. Let's see if we can break that. There is like some interest on the offer on ES. Like 12, 13 has a bid 454 or 60. So people do want to sell. Let's see if they take it out and start to bid higher. And probably I'll just fuck off from my short. Just keep it open. Where are we at? Is Jingle talking? Can't hear. Hey, can everybody else hear? Yeah, those are stops. Like the one I have. I shorted like 45, 10, 50, and I'll be stopped out above 17. Risking 6 points. Like if we can get back to, the the JLOs like 6 or oh 06 or oh 05, I'll probably take it off. I don't have too much expectancy. Like, I don't have too much expectation that we are really going to move that much towards the close to the downside, especially like it's started holding oh 08, oh 06. Yeah, but like if JP, if you're a market profile, if this 30-minute high, this wick right here, this gets taken out. Yeah, it won't be really good for shorts. Do you love to win or hate to lose more? Never thought about it. Like both, man. I would say. Yeah, I mean, it's basic problems in trading like ego, greed. These things really show up. The potential for a major power hour rally. I'm not too sure. I wouldn't lean on that. Just like the way we have opened, traded all day. Um, do really buyers want to really that eager to just pop back into the balance area and pop the all-time highs, or they just want to let it cool off? Not sure. Like I was looking at the daily chart, so we kind of have a nice cycle to it between swing highs and swing lows, like 20 to 22 trading days. So everybody knows the thing about the 19s. Like that's where after the OPEX we sell off. So probably we won't sell off this time because everybody knows that. So uh, same thing with the tops. Like it tops out just a week before OPEX or in the week leading to OPEX. So same 2022 trading days. So if we look at that, there is possibility we can bid higher, take out the highs, make new all-time highs by next week. David Hunter calling for 5,000 by the year end. Yeah, man, that guy has been like, I don't know what to say. I thought he was like stupid or something like last year when he was like talking about 4,000 and stuff. Like clearly I was the one who was stupid. And I'm not gonna say like 5,000 cannot happen or stuff like that. Market can do anything. It can trade below 4,000 or 5,000. All we have to do is just stay on the right side of volume or try to do that. So like clarification on the chart, this is a 30-minute chart with like a daily volume profile. This is just the RTH session, and this right here is a 1-minute chart, and the profile right here is just the number of bars we can see. If we can see, it's like 210 now, so the last 30 minutes. So whatever is happening in the last 30-minute bar is right on this chart right here. So you can see it's holding above oh 07. So this right here is kind of the high volume, the low volume node below oh 09. That's where we are holding, right? So if you're short, you really want the market to come down and take it out and start bidding low, start offering lower. But right now, like the way this goes is probably short squeeze into the end, into the close. Yeah, that's more chance. You haven't really been able to close above 45.10 on an hourly basis since we have come back. So as much as it looks like that we may rally, like there is no reason to go long for me or close my short until they prove me wrong. Would be like 15 to 17 range where my stop is. Are you married? Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm married to the markets. They're a bitch to me. Just trying to be nice to them. Larry, are we curling back up for good? NQ has that look, I wants to like go higher. Just balancing here, it just may pop. There has been accumulation in the last 1 hour near this 10 on ES and 600 level on the NQ. And if we just start holding here and don't go below, like people will start puke. Like the shorts will do it. But here's the thing, like I don't know, like who is really eager to get out at 4,500 from their shorts? That's why we may even bid higher than 4,600. Who knows? Like, and these guys get really screwed. Can we get Jay next time on the stream? Sure, man. Like I'll look into it, like how I can get him on with voice and stuff. Then we can have some fun. Only one profile is one time framing higher. No reason to be short at all. Hmm. Yeah, it depends. Like if you're looking on the day, yeah, it is. If you're looking at the daily profile, like they have one time framing down. So yeah, there is risk both sides. Obviously, that's what trading is. But how much offside I am? 1 point. Anybody trades crude oil here? I'm getting bored. Let's add another contract. That's how I get fucked. Like I put my limit sell order in, it straight away like went down 3x. And if I just like go market, it'll move 3x the other way quickly. I don't know how it happens all the time. Crude ain't moving. Yeah, crude's kind of stuck. It's the same thing. All markets they kind of went down. Like even crude oil, if you trade, they just like went down to the single prints of the overnight session, and it's curling back up. Yeah. So if crude gets above like 69.50, 69.70 area, probably can take out that 70, or even just like go there and screw some stops or whatever. Think that they do. I'm not gonna fill my order. That's okay. Yeah, a few CL scalps here and there. Yeah, that's what I do. Like, if it comes up against a good level, like a weekly or a monthly or single print on the profile, I'll probably scalp it. Yeah, but it's taking time too, right? You have to keep looking at a market for like day after day, month after week, month after month to see, like, just like get an idea how it moves before I start trading it. Like if you jump straight in, you get probably get screwed. That's what happened to me when I did the NQ. I didn't really watch it that much, and I just like boom, let's get in. The next thing I was doing is like, you know, like 150 points move in a day, even on the micros. Like that can really hurt your account. So yeah, like if somebody's new here or relatively like less experienced, like yeah, just focus on learning, observing. Don't have to trade it. That's what I do like mostly. Yeah, I have to take the trade because that's what I try to do for a living. But the less pressure you have to make money, the better you're gonna be able to perform. That's how it is. 154 viewers. Wow, we had a spike right here. I don't know. Yeah, if everybody one is here, if you hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Helps out with the algo and stuff. More people can get to know about the stream. Even though we are not doing anything, just like the markets. But yeah, probably we'll have some action. Tomorrow, something. But yeah. Yeah, but like 2 3 weeks ago, that was the worst action when we were like trading near 44.60, 44.50. That was 1 week that was absolutely horrible. And I was like, I have to trade other markets. I have to look at them, start looking at them. Because in that volatility, like if you're not trading like big size, you're not gonna make money. Smash like, yeah, smash it, man. The profile is poking higher, right? Slowly. It doesn't really look like we are gonna like get a liquidation break at the end of the day, but that's how they happen. They don't look like it, and then suddenly it's like boom, 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 and then there's no uptake. Jingle, what's your edge, lol? I don't have any edge, man. Like, I don't know how I'll define my edge. It's not like, an RSI hit blah 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 30 number and then you go long or go short. It's complicated, like, but I'm looking at the volume profile and the structure of the market to take trades where I believe they'll be low risk to get at least like 1 to 1 risk reward. That's what I try to do. And then just like watch order flow at the same levels to see like how market actually interacts, how the interaction is around those levels. Jingle, do you like what Mystery N is doing, how he's trading? Like when I started trading, like I used to watch his shows. Uh, I enjoyed them. Yeah, he's a good guy. But some of the things that like you can't do is you can't trade like him because you don't have an account size as big as him. So like I rarely see him ever talking about stops. He just trades the micros though. That's fine. He probably trades with a stop in the ES. But yeah, like my first month was pretty good when I started trading. Like I just like followed one or two of his methods, like the cardinal channels or one of his charts. They worked pretty well until they didn't. And when they didn't, like you have those big losses. So like I developed some bad habits of being a mean reversion trader. Like you have to know when to mean revert and when to not. That's the kind of the biggest thing with mean reversion. And with the markets like they are now, they're pretty volatile. When they start moving, they move pretty fast. RIP jingle short. Yeah, man, that looks like that. Back to back losing days on on the stream. But actually, I was positive yesterday and I'm positive today, so that's fine. Yeah, but like I want to be, I want to make some good trades on the stream. Yeah, but like this is the first time I'm trying it out, so I find it hard to concentrate on the chat or just do multiple things at a time. So okay, so there is some volume on the ES here. Let's just sell another one. Will they fill me? Give me fill. Yeah, we are short 3 now. Probably get screwed properly, if I want to get it. I'll probably add short last major volume came in. Yeah, I mean that's what I just looked at. Like either it's gonna like really spike or it's gonna like tank. Not looking for a move back to the lows. It'll be back to this balance area right here, like this right here. We see the 30-minute candles. So right near the VWAP is the low of it. Same with in the 1 minute chart. That'll be 07, 010. We can go back there. I'll probably take that. Yeah, but what I just see right now on the ES, like I don't have a problem holding the short. So when you take a trade, like the most important thing that you have to do is like pick something to lean against. So when I put on this trade, I leaned against the opening range high, the 5 minute high. We took that out, and the second like the line in sand was the settlement from yesterday. Like I want to see like how we trade here. Like is it just like a spike through and we start building up, or is it like just tries to go up and then fails, comes back down. That'll be like a good short if it does that. But it's a very obvious place to again go and trade there. So you might, and the kind of volume we are seeing right here below that 2 points, it might be we just like turn from here. It's possible. But who knows? My edge is luck. Yeah, man. Like to make in trading, you do need an edge, but you also need discipline and risk management. That those are as important as the edge. Like an algo, right? You have to trade like an algo. Take the trade where it's set up according to your trading strategy. Take it. Mean reversion on a trend day will smoke you. But yeah, like the thing is, once you start spending time in the market, you'll start observing it. You do realize like what precedes a trend day, when to mean revert, when not to. So if something gaps higher and it starts just like never fills the gap and starts going up, and every 30-minute candle is not taking out the low of the other one and so on, it's probably gonna trend. And if you're short that, you're probably gonna get screwed. So it took me a while to figure it out to not fucking do that. But like it's very painful. And the thing is, you think that like those kind of breakouts will revert so fast, but they don't do that. Same thing if you see with 4484. Uh, that was a resistance right before the Powell speech, and then we finally broke out there. Like it was a resistance like a couple of times there. So it didn't even go there back till now. Like even today we went 4492, and you had to suffer a drawdown of like 60 points, 65 points. So I mean, you have to get aside when markets start, they break out of balance and they start moving. You cannot fade the market. If you do, you can. I mean, you're just gonna get hurt. And by the time like it comes back to your break even, you would have lost so much opportunity. I don't know how this profit loss is calculated. I think it's like per contract, so 5 points. So I'm down like $30. Yeah, but like one of the purpose of the stream is to fade me, right? So if like it worked pretty well yesterday and it's working pretty well today too. So you guys win. Yeah, NQ looks like it wants to tank here. So NQ right near 620 is the opening range low. It went there once and rejected it. I took the long. Thank you, sir. Yeah, great. My ass of poor Jingle. Yeah, man. I'm fine. 1 or 2 points. Like you, you guys probably know like how much my worst drawdown was. I try not to do that shit. So I try to trade responsibly here when I come on the stream. I have my stops and shit. Like even though when I just like woke up this morning and I didn't put a stop in and I got fucked. Market came back, but it didn't have to. It could have easily gone to 44.65 and I would be like, completely screwed. I probably wouldn't hold it till there, but who knows? Like once you get a loser and you lose that courage and to take the loss and you freeze, bad things happen. Yeah, again, you see right here, it's again struggling near the 5 minute high right here. and Q struggling near the 5 minute low. So I mean, these are the things that you look for if you're short. That like it can curl back up and take it out, but for now I don't have a problem holding the short. Like it's completely different how you trade. Like um, in the micros, the psychology you have when you're risking $50 compared to when you're risking 500 or 5,000, it's completely different. So right now I'm not really cared. I'm not really that involved into, like, if I had the ES on the bigger ones, probably get out. I'll take 2 points when we went down to 08. And I'll short it again here for 3 points. So that you trade differently. But like I'm actually going forward, I'm gonna try and trade like I was trading the ES with this and just try to scalp a few points. At the end of the day, they have points, right? Need to hold above 09. Beer wants 09 to be. Yeah, that's right. Like that's right. Like if you see on this volume profile right here, the bars we have visible, like this 09, that's the ledge right there. If I was to scroll right here, even here, like there's nothing, no little interest below 09. Like people are buying it up. It's above the VWAP. It went down to VWAP. So it's just consolidation right here. So between 04 and 10, and that consolidation resolved to the upside, and we added another 4 or 5 points. And so now it's about like, okay, do you really want to go higher, test the highs, or do you want to go back near to the VWAP? So that's kind of your little mean reversion trade. You want to take it. Looks like they spent the morning accumulating, now marketing it up to sell. Yeah, I mean, in below 4,500, like they were happy to buy. Pretty much, like if you see on the volume profile, like they were like there was good accumulation signs there. Yeah, that's why like when you're emotional and stuff like that, oh, sell is here, sell is here. You probably don't want to sell it. You don't want to sell the lows, like because the risk is too high. If you get trapped, like yeah, people like below who sold 4,500 are down like 13 points. Even though like we can like trade back there tomorrow or overnight, but it's just like that's not what we do, right? We just like try to take trades on minimum risk 3 4 points, 5 points, 6 points, and then try to make just as much or more than double that. Remember how you sold low to the tick? Yeah, man, it has happened once, I believe. 3807, I believe. 2575, I forgot. But yeah, I actually sold the the low on the day. Like that was like, if you try to do that, you probably can't do that. If you wanted to do just by choice, like you can't do that. It's the same thing as top taking, bottom taking. But yeah, like in trading, like every 6 months you realize how much of a dumbass you were like 3 months ago. Always happens. What is the magenta bar? Is that the balance? So this magenta bar right here on the one on the 1 minute chart is the VWAP. That's the volume weighted average price. This line over here above the pink one, that's the settlement from yesterday. That's the close. So I highly recommend whatever chart you trade, put on the VWAP, put on the settlement from yesterday. These, and if you want, you can put the 5 minute high and low as well. I like to keep them. and the volume point of control on the day. Like, these three were lines on your chart, and if you start just watching them, you'll start to see patterns. Okay, looks like we may not be that screwed. Let's see if it comes back and goes through 10. Oh, 9, sorry. Okay, so this right here, that's the point of control of the visible bars we have. So that's the bar where most volume has traded of the bars we are seeing right here. As you can see, most volume has traded here, and we are trading below that, so it's kind of bearish. So if somebody is not short but they wanted to get in short, you would probably, like, if it bounces back to the point of control, you'll try to sell it for more continuation. Like on different time frames it worked out differently, but on the daily profiles it works out pretty well. Like if the trend is down and you have an untested point of control, you just buy it or sell it. Yeah, today is a boring session. Like, probably I'm boring you to death too. So it is. We are green on the trade by 8 cents. Like, one thing I struggle with in my trading is adding to the trade when I'm right. Like, I'm such a dumbass. Like, I wouldn't buy or add right here. If now is the confirmation, like it's selling off, I'll start scaling out. So when when the market is actually at the most profitable position for me, I'm at my least lowest size. So that's kind of thing I wanted to, work on, improve on. And that's something when I learned upon, as a mean reversion trader. Once you start learning trading, and some of the things you pick up, those are hard to shake off. Like, trading is as much about unlearning as much as it's about learning. Like, it takes a long time to, like, get rid of few stupid things. Do you always buy multiple lots, scale out? No, I don't do that. Like on the ES, like, I don't trade too many contracts, like one or two contracts on my combine account, like the one I have. um, I'll keep it to one or two lots. Rarely I would go three, but the third one I'll definitely scale out. Even two I'll scale out just to reduce my cost. One dislike, we know who that is. Yeah, don't we all? NQ, like, volume picks up on every down bar. Like, I would really want, like, the O9s to break on the ES, and what's the low? Like with the Sierra charts, I haven't been, like, too familiar with, like, the scaling on the charts and levels. I have a hard time uh looking at the numbers here. So I just have to look at right here. The swing low on the N cube is 595. Yeah, I think they're gonna take it out. That's what I think. That O6 area on the ES and 580 area on the NQ, those are kind of big numbers. Like 580, I believe, was the point of control last week, pretty much. What was the balance area low? I forgot. But that was a pretty important level, the 580. And the market went bid up, like whenever it went below. So now it will be very interesting. We actually are able to close below 580 on the NQ and O6 on the ES. That would be really bearish. But you know how these fuckers do. They just like close the settlement below a key number, and overnight they fucking jack the shit up 20 points and they screw everybody. So, like, whenever you think you know what's gonna happen, just don't trade that day. You have to be really open minded. So we're at 1050. Yeah, we're making money. That's nice. Little bit of fade right here. So the instinct right now is to take the position off. I don't know why, but buy limit oh 07. I'm gonna take one off at 09. Why I'm taking one at 09? If you just scroll back right here, that's the kind of area where most absorption has happened. So it can easily come back there and bounce back up. I reckon we go through that to the downside, but who knows? So that's a kind of thing that you get advantage with keep position to 95. Add. Okay, Flary says add. I'm taking that off. I never do that. Is it gonna bounce here again? And let's just wait. See what happens at night. Who gives a fuck, man? It's a micro right there. 4 short. If I screw this up, that'll be so fucking. It'll piss me off. But that's exactly I want to do to learn and improve the things I suck at. So even though I fuck up on this trade, that's fine. But like I added here rather than taking it off, so that's a good step. Yeah, let's see what we can get. Like we are short 4 micros now. Yeah, I always scale and never add. Yeah, I suck at that. So that's why I added, right? I'm short 4 now. Let's see what we get. And it's working. We showed we're up like a tick on the short. So it has always happened to me. Like I would I would just get out like just before the flush or the spike happens for some reason. I don't know how, but it happens more often than not. I would hold through that all that bullshit, all that like this consolidation right here. I would hold through all this bullshit, and when finally like the selling starts, I'll probably get out 08 or 09. Settlement at 3 EST. Yeah, on Motivate, I used to check like what the settlement is and then move the line. I don't know how Sierra is calculating it. I'll probably look into it, but it's not too much that of a difference between 3 and 315. It'll be like a point or two, but like if it has to work, they'll both work. You see right here, it just tried to move back up and immediately got sold off on the wick. And where did it sell off? You see the point of control moving, migrating downwards. So that's bearish. We're starting to accept values lower and lower. It was right between 13 and 14 when the guy asked me the question. So it moved lower. And so this is where the positions are. And this kind of, trying to go back up and wicking like that is kind of like these boys want to get out. They're not happy because they know they're screwed. Like the number of times the market has tried to, break 45, 14, 15 with conviction and failed to do so. Like if you look at the hourly chart, like there just wicks up there above 11 or 10, 12. So it's 7.58 points. So we're up like $40 on the trade, which is decent. Do we have more questions I haven't answered? So looking on the footprint right here, on the ES. Like there are like bids right here at 08, 09, just like there were at 20. So let's see if like sellers, take them out and try to bid lower. Bid lower, offer lower, offer lower. Jingle in murder mode. Yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with how the day panned out. Uh, like like that's the thing. Like stopping when you have made exceeded what you wanted to do for the day and just watching it. Yeah, there is some certain part of FOMO when the market just starts moving. I have FOMO a lot to the downside than I have to the upside. To the upside, I'll be like, screw it. They were just putting more meat on the bone, and when the sell comes, I'm gonna catch it. Even though I may not catch it, like it's hard to do that too. But I have no FOMO. Like if somebody was long, like a bull, they would have no FOMO if market was selling off. They will just buy more. So I'm the opposite. I have like kind of a bearish bias because it just comes so fast and it's enjoyable. Like if you catch it. So overnight low. Yeah, NQ right there. Yeah, there are so many things that you miss when you're trading like multiple mark. Like you can only look at one or two things while you're trading. Like if you try to look at too many, you'll probably fuck it up. Oh nine. Mm, by ask, by bid. I'll just take one. Why? I don't know. I think it may bounce. I've taken one off at oh 09. Now the market knows that I've taken my short position off. It can probably tank more. You don't know I have three more. So let's just be quiet about it. Hey market, like, hey, I panicked. I just booked my profit. See? Two ticks works every time. Who went long here? Me by top tick Tommy. Yeah man, I can't structurally it's not like bad to do it. Like oh 09. Kind of low of the New Balance area, you can say. But 06 would be fine. Like if I can get 06 by limit. 0625. Let's just try to get one on and then we'll leave two runners. See if we can what we can get if we get below 06. Like NQ is kind of stalling here. So it's not a bad idea to go long as well. Last 20 minutes, huh? Time flies fast with the stream on. I blabber so much nonsense. I'm sorry if I bore you guys. How did you get VWAP to work on Sierra chart? Studies. Like once I set this shit up, I'll probably go over Sierra chart, like some of the cool things that I like uh about the platform. Are you going long 06? I wouldn't go long 06, but I will cover my short, like some of it. Like if we were to go there, if we go through that, I'll definitely don't. I won't buy. Like that low right there on the edge period, like 04. It's a possibility we go there. That would be an area I would be interested in to cover my short. I'm just gonna move this down to 05 and add a second one 04. I'll be okay with this. Maybe just take one. It's micros for fuck's sake. Like I cannot hold trades. I'm so stupid, but I don't know how I would hold losers for so long that they will turn around only to close them out like 3 points, 4 points. So that shit is not gonna work. We're approaching VWAP right here at oh 07. These Are you green this year? No way, man. For the year, like being this early, like the amount of time I have traded, like I've really you know lowered my expectations, or just trying to put less pressure on myself, like what I want to do. Like I don't have really that much of pressure to uh you know have to work. uh so that's why I'm just like, taking the time, reducing the pressure, and trying to just observe things. like like the things I've learned from heard from other traders is like, it does take time, but once you get it, once you have some sort of consistency, you can make a lot of money. Like a lot of money is a very subjective term for everyone. Like some people are really happy with 50K, 100K, 500K is not like, I don't have any kind of targets goal set in terms of money that this is what I want to do right now. It's all about learning. Yeah, it takes about a year to be comfy. I would say like, anybody who's like trying to learn to trade, just don't go all in. Don't trade your money. There's combines and stuff you can use. You can use trade micros. You don't even have to trade. You can just watch the markets. That's where we screw up. We don't watch it. If you just watch it, you kind of get a feel for it, like what happens. Like when I was not a trader, or didn't know what trading was about, I had no idea what these things are. Point of control, value areas. Nobody does. But once you know them, and nowadays we have people on Twitter, on YouTube, to tell us like what these things are. So you just mark these things on the chart, and you just watch and watch and watch and watch. Maybe trade one micro or two. You'll start to get things, like not all of it, but you'll start to understand little little. So right, it just wicked right here to the VWAP and then bounced. I'm kind of confused to take. Want it. Market will be like, fuck you, I'm not gonna give it to you now. It just starts moving the other way. I'm not gonna sell it to you. Come down. 10 and a quarter. It's just like 5 minutes to go for the close. Let's see if they like sell this wick on the 1 minute. Just wicked, you see, into the VWAP and just like bounced off. Let's see if they fade it. The NQ has absorption, so it can curl up. I'm gonna take one. And 25. Yeah, I've taken one more out. So we just like two left. So this shows the net profit loss. That's the MES one I'm trading. This is my ES. So this right here is like 7.75 points right now. So that multiplied by 5, 35 bucks here. And then 16 points here would be like 800 bucks. That's a decent day. Okay, so what we have on the chat? My target is $20. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Yeah, the more you keep it small, the more fun it is, the more objectively you'll be able to think, the lesser your expectation will be, the more you'll learn. Like if you leverage too much, every strategy is toast, every edge is fucked. You cannot you cannot win this game if you're over levered. Your emotions gonna fuck you up. Paper trade. Yeah, paper trade is a good option. Like for the first month or two, do paper trading. Like most people don't do that. I didn't do that. And I regret it so much. Because think about that. Like all the capital you have saved up that you think you're gonna trade and make a lot of money with, that would still be with you after you have spent the first year or two to trade. And that could make a lot of difference compared to like your shit like you being like losing all your capital and that kind of stuff. So that's the thing we don't realize when we trade. We want everything fast, and the more hurry we are in, like the more we care for anything, or really start, like yeah, I really want to trade. That's the only thing I want to do. If I really think like that, never gonna come to me. That's happened with everything in life. Just like just put the work in. Like if it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, that's fine. Probably do something else. Live streams like this. Yeah, man. I mean, uh, I went live yesterday. It was fun. Like today is it's just the market is a little bit slow. Yesterday, like a lot of people came in. Today is also is like we have 100 people here. So it's just me like looking at the market, thinking out loud. And we as traders, we're not gonna watch CNBC, right? So if we have some other people like who can like spot some things in the market, which it was good. Like I took one off. It's starting to go up again. Like that's basic like stuff. Like the NQ, like volume started picking up when the price was going down. You know that somebody's absorbing there. So you, especially like it's kind of near the balance area low. So you don't really want to short it or get caught there. VWAPs go in NQ. Yeah, you can make a living with micros. It depends, right? Like yeah, you can do that. But realistically speaking, like I was thinking like what's what's realistic to expect as a normal points that you can earn on a consistent basis per week, per month, per year. So I would say like 20 points a week on ES average. If you can average that, that's pretty awesome. 40 is great. Anything above 40 is amazing. If you have like expectations for 20 points a week on one ES, that's like $1,000 a week, or 52 grand a year. So that's not like, and the great part is like people say, oh, you're trading, you're making only 50 grand. And then that's the scale, right? Like in the first 2 years, if you can be, if in the first year you can just observe the market and learn how things work. Second years, you just try with small size micros and stuff. Third year, you can really start doing well. Like I'm blabbering nonsense, like, but like that's what my thoughts are. But like 20 points a week is like 1,000 on one contract. It's 2,000 on two contracts. Now we're talking 8,000 a month. That's decent money. Three contracts. Now we are talking 3,000 a week. But the thing is, we cannot expect it to be linear. Like I made like 16 points today, so I cannot expect to get 16 again tomorrow. Probably lose some, probably win some. It's just the average net. So that's what 20 I'm talking about, 20 points. Yeah, but like micros, you can probably like do that. You can trade like 8 micros, 7 micros, 5 micros, and if you trade really well, you can probably make like 1,000 a week, like yes. But like if you hold for bigger moves, you know what you're doing. And the thing about size is if you're sizing lower, that allows you to hold for bigger moves, up and down. So like if you go like 5 ES and you have like a no $20,000 account or $40,000 account, you're gonna really feel the pinch one when like market is 10 points against you. You are down 2,500 bucks, and then you try to break even and you lose another 2,500. Now you're down 5 grand. So that's where shit hits the fan. So yeah, proper leverage, like that's the most important thing. But that's all discipline, right? Every time we get FOMO into a trade, like yeah, I want to like yeah, I'm gonna miss this move or this is gonna happen. Even this morning, oh my god, 18's broke, 4,500 broke. Oh, sell is coming. Markets don't work like that. They just don't. Like whenever you get too much excited, you just like look at volume profile and stuff. You're like logical, you know what? It's not wise to be shorting here. Even though there is FOMO, I may miss the big move, but the risk is too high for me. Because if somebody shorted like below 4,500, 4,495, like where do you define the risk? I'm pretty sure if you're shorting this, the market knows the stops are on the other side of 4,500. It's going to 100% go there. And it's going to cross that 4,500 mark like three, four, 5 times before it starts to break out or move one way because it knows. Like people just buy it and then they put the stop break even or whatever there is right there. Same on the other side. People short it and they put the stop on the other side of 4,500. So these are the obvious spots where like people put the stops and the market will cross that area like a lot of times. Good rule, trade 1 ES per 10,000 in account. Yeah, even 1 ES for 10,000 account can be too much if your stops are wide. Because if you're down like 20 points in a week, you're down 1,000. And then second week the same things happen, you're down 8,000. So you can trade 1 ES per 10,000 contracts, but like my opinion, you shouldn't be trading ES for the first year or 6 months of your trading. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Nice session. Thanks, Jingle. Have a good yeah, good evening, Timo. Good evening. Thanks for coming in. Paper. Yeah, paper. Like nowadays, like we have combines, guys. Like you can just like fucking blow them up. How many ever you want to blow up 10 accounts, you can blow up 10 combines. I'm pretty sure you learn a lot after the 10 combines are. Like, isn't that a boring close? Like, just pinned it right there to 45.10. Neither we get like 45.05, neither we got like near the highs. So, pretty bearish. Like, it's one time framing down. We are building value lower and lower on the daily. And yeah, but like the expectation part on a day like this, like if you're expecting a big move after what happened in the morning, you're gonna be disappointed. Like all you were looking for is like kind of 2, 3, 4 point scalps, 2 point scalp here from the opening range high to the VWAP, from the VWAP to the up. So that's kind of that takes time to identify the environment. That's why I didn't really panic with the short position. I know that it'll probably rotate back. So the chances of it trending up and taking our 20s were quite low. Weak is bet. Good to know, man. Yeah, I usually trade during the RTH. Like yesterday night, I traded ETH just because there was a little bit like volatility London, and I was awake, had nothing to do. Went in, but like I usually just scalp. Even in RTH, I usually just scalp. Jingle, you're a rock star. No, man, you are the rock star. 50 bot. And you again going back up. Wow. Crude has a lot of volume right here again. 69.33, where we are up on the profile. Hmm. That's the thing. Like, I don't have to trade it. Crude, whatever is happening, I can just watch it and see how it works out. So it's always good to have like a market that you want to trade in front of you, but not trade it for a while. Just watch it. Do you use footprint charts? Yes, I do. I do use footprint charts, but my use of footprint is very basic. Like I would just put it out there, and I would have like a delta by price right beside it, and I would just look at the anomalies, like some like icebergs order and stuff like that. The same thing that you see on the dome, but you kind of see it a little bit more history. Like I don't use time and sales. I just use the footprint because with time and sales, like I've seen, I haven't been able to make sense. Like if somebody sells 300 on the offer, like in one go, they could be buying like in 50 clips, like 10 times. Like I could not know that. I can just follow the price. I can't like look at five different things and make a decision what I want to do. Like I'm pretty sure there are people who know like how time and sales work. Like just I just can't do it. Jungle. It's closing right near the overnight lows, right? So leaving up to the London gang. Do they want to smash it or bid it higher? I'm still bearish. Like just the way things are here. Like it can change on a dime. It can go 10 points higher and start, trending higher. But just thinking like where we are, like what's the urgency to really break higher? Apart from fucking shorts, which always is an urgency. So who knows? We'll see how it opens tomorrow. It's coming back up again. You should have taken that everything off at that VWAP right there. That was a good spot to take it off. Like if I was trading the ES, I'd definitely take it off like oh 08, oh 09. So didn't take it off, and I was like, let's see if I can get a bigger move to oh 04, oh 05. But clearly the market didn't come back. Are we closed? 2 minutes left. Very interesting close. I didn't sleep properly last night, dummy. It's like slept a couple of hours after the session and then woke up near like 2 o'clock. Slept again 4 at 7 again. Watching the tape is important. Yeah, I mean, like if you can make sense of it for sure, go ahead. Like the market gives you multiple opportunities to see what's happening. It's just not like that. Oh, there's like 5,000 lot came in, 500 lot came in, and then just like started going one way. It does not happen like that. It will give you multiple opportunities. If you're just looking at the structure, the point of control, and the other nuances, you would know like which way they are trying to push the market, and then try to be on the right side of it. Jingle, I see, repeat. Yeah, the VFAB bounce gave a good, nice like 4 or 5 points. And this like this spike right here on the 1 minute, and this wick right here, and again like indecision, and we started breaking higher. Yeah. Like the biggest thing I think that as traders we need to work on is uh specifying importance to different things. Like, what's more important? Like, is this price action more important, or is it like the rejection from like this opening range high, or uh like things like that, or a certain level, or a VWAP, or a thing on the chart? Like, you have so much information. Like, which one do you prioritize more? That's the hierarchy of how you do that is the execution. Like, that's the difficult thing. Like, every level looks good to hold, like, until it crashes through three and the fourth one holds. So knowing which one is more important than the other, like 44.92 was a pretty important level. Like 84 was huge. Like if it went to 84, everybody was buying. I'm telling you that, just because that's how it works. Like that, there's position stuck underneath that. Even though there's like some big news event, something came out, they'll be like, okay, let's just sell it or buy it. We should close. Like, I have no idea how we closed. Like, it's right on the edge. Like the value area has been moving lower, lower, lower. So I don't know. Like, I can make any kind of guesses, but let's see if it gaps over 45.20 tomorrow and starts to hold. It's an easy long. But if it starts building its gaps down, they're gonna probably like flush it pretty hard. Maybe 84 holds again. Who knows? But yeah, I'm looking at that level 84 for sure. It'll be a good scalp. 44.84. So it's 3 right here, and I think I should kill this trade here. Buy bid. That's one. There is another one. Let's get rid of it. Yeah. So we are flat. So we made like 15 bucks on the MES, like, and we made 16 points on ES. So I had a good day today. Let's see what we can do tomorrow. Uh, I will be ending the stream in like another 2 minutes. Thank you everyone for coming in. We'll probably do another stream soon. Like, I don't have any content. It's gonna be like this same spontaneous nonsense bullshit. So feel free if you want to come and hang out again. I appreciate everybody coming here. Thank you for your time.